When it comes to bipolar, sometimes your mood doesn't change so rapidly. Hi, I'm Jamie and I'm bipolar. So, today I was thinking to talk about being bipolar, and obviously I'm trans, so you can't really run away from two subjects, which are really kind of intertwined when it comes to who you are when you wake up and what you struggle with in your life. I've known that I've been trans for much longer than I was bipolar, I think. I was several times misdiagnosed. Everyone thought that I just had depression, when in reality the situation was more severe, if you want to call it that way. But I wouldn't say that bipolar is such a severe disease. It's, it's just that it's quite heavy to handle at times. And you have enormous amounts of books which talk about it. You have doctors, support group. You always get told that you need to find friends which will listen to you. And all of that is true, only the problem is that when you get, like, for instance, a depressive episode, which I'm having right now, you just don't want to talk to anyone. And even, like, firing up to do a YouTube video right now after a small break, I was thinking, like, fuck, I really don't want to do this, you know? This simply happens from the sole desire of wanting to be alone, thinking that no one understands you, which is something you can understand from the trans experience as well. Because when you're trans, you kind of think that there is no one who can help you, there is no one who can understand you, and most importantly, that you are alone. But when it comes to trans, there's a lot of kind of overlaps as well. Like, for instance, there's a bunch of people who bullshit about detransitioning, that you'll detransition. When it comes to bipolar, people say that, oh, it's bullshit, mental health doesn't exist, you can get your way through this with some yoga, put a yoga mat, I don't know, just 69 positions, suck a dick and you'll be fine. Well, that's not really how it happens. None of that happens. You need to grab whatever is happening into your own hands, and you need to somehow take control of it. How do you do that? You need to find a very strong support group, even if it consists of you yourself only. Because I know that doctors like to say, oh, find a support group, find some friends, but it's really hard to find friends. Specifically, like, who will understand you and who will go with you for anything, really. And it's really hard to reach out. I don't think people will really grasp that fully. Because trans people get mocked so often, and so do people with mental health problems. We just don't reach out because we will be mocked. So it's a double-edged sword where you get told that, reach out, I'll understand you. Or like, why don't you speak out more? And then you're greeted with the problem that once you do that, nothing changes. I'll repeat that to emphasize. You reach out, nothing changes because people are assholes. So you need to find support group, which is either you or a lover, a friend, family, I don't know. And what I find the most difficult part of bipolar is the fact that nearly always you feel alone because of depression. I have a lot of mixed episodes, so that really doesn't help me at all. And during my mixed episodes, I really feel alone. And like, I write to people and then they vent back to me, and I understand that I'm just not in a place to do anything. I'm not in a place to be a support. And I understand that I took a lot of people under my wing, right? And I feel like the more time passes, the more people I let down. And I need to understand that this is not me speaking. This is my mental illness speaking. So what I do is, I'd recommend you to talk, even if it is a mirror. But you can't close up even from yourself. I'll quickly apply some lipstick. Then you need to find a doctor. finding the right doctor is more important than anything. Because if you're left alone with your own disease, with no medication, honey, you're screwed. And I understand that self-medicating can happen while you're in queue, because there's a lot of countries, there's a lot of like bills which you need to do, there's a lot of checks which you need to do before you even get to medication. And I understand that, but you need to be on the list at least, because this is a serious issue. I don't really like calling it illness because, well, it's an illness, but it's mental health, so it's a mental health issue. And just like you do makeup differently from the person next to you, your illness will be different. Your mental health will be different. And you need to understand that for one person, this medicine will work, well, for the other one, it won't. So this is my call to reach out to yourself and reach out to a doctor. If you ask me, those are the two most important steps. After that, you can, just like highlighter, you can layer any step you can come up with or you find as much as you'd like. So, I pretty much gave the basics of Bipolar 101, and if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, please feel free to reach out to someone else. And this was me with a quick look, quick bipolar, quick everything. Thank you.